Welcome in, folks, and we've got our second recruit. That is Sidney Smith, the middle linebacker, 3 stars. So now we've matched last year's recruiting total of 2 3-star recruits as Buffalo comes to town to face the 1-4 Eagles. Buffalo is still searching for their first win, and Eastern Michigan looks to go 2-0 in MAC conference play. So let's see what Jared Tolbert and the boys have in store for today, as Buffalo is going to kick it off to start the game. Brian Carter is back to receive, as he usually is, and he brings it out, and we'll see the offense first today. Jared Tolbert under center, tosses it to Adam Dowdell, who breaks off of one player, but ultimately only picks up 2 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 8. Tolbert under center again, hands to Dowdell up the middle, and he is wrestled to the turf. After a short gain, that'll be 3rd and 5. Tolbert drifting left, and he drifts right into a sack. That'll be 4th and 11. And Keron is going to make him play through it. They're going for it early on 4th and 11. Tolbert with time and a laser beam to Blair Guidry up the seam. And that will be a first down. So Keron Day challenged his quarterback for that mental error of drifting into the sack, and he responds in a big way with a nice throw to Blair Guidry, and that'll make it 1st and 10. And now we're in plus territory as Dowdell gets stopped but powers forward for a couple. That'll be 2nd and 8. Play fake. Tolbert hits Slater, and he is decked by the linebacker Matt Wilson. So here's the fake, and Slater comes open here and just gets leveled by Matt Wilson, and it looks like those two are going to talk about it for a little bit. 1st and 10. Now Tolbert's operating out of the shotgun, and he's got Jonathan McConnell over the middle for a short gain. That'll make it 2nd and 6. Dowdell is going to follow Clemens and Browning for a first down. Good blocking by the fullback and left guard, Michael Clemens and Jonathan Browning. So 1st and 10, back to the shotgun. Tolbert throws it down to Guidry on the check down for 5 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 5. Anthony Crum in the game now. And he's going to get the handoff, breaks a tackle, but then gets decked in the backfield. A loss of 1. So now it's going to be 3rd and 6. Anthony Crum just can't get around. 3rd and 6. Tolbert on the screen to Gillette, and Gillette has nowhere to go. Maybe picks up 1, and it'll make it 4th and 4. Keron Day's going to call on Kyle Allen, who comes through for the field goal, and Eastern Michigan scores on their opening drive. 12 plays, 69 yards, using almost all of the first quarter. They'll come away with only 3. Buffalo is going to have this kick fielded by Andrew Mitchell, and he's tackled by Jason Williams. So David Alvarez is the quarterback for Buffalo. He attempts a screen pass, but Brian Carter is there to knock it down. From the gun again, this one goes to Kerry Nelson, and Brian Carter is there for the tackle. 3rd and 1. Handoff goes to Brandon Washington, and he is met immediately by Blake Clark and Grant Lumpkin. And Eastern Michigan is going to get off the field as Greg Hawkins comes on to punt. Brian Carter calls for the fair catch, obviously not trusting his blocking this year. And Tolbert is going to fake, And he's got the fullback, Michael Clemens, out in the flat for a short gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter with the Eastern Michigan Eagles up 3-0 on the Buffalo Bulls. So 2nd and 6. Tolbert drops, and he's going to loft it over to Guidry, who leaps for it and picks up the first down. Tolbert likes to just throw it up to his big tight end, and 9 times out of 10, Guidry's going to come down with it. So gets him on the run and picks up a nice first down. Tolbert under center on 1st and 10. Dowdell in the backfield. And Tolbert throws left. It looks like McNeil ran the wrong route. That's the backup tight end. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Tolbert back to pass. And he zips it in to Gillette, but Anthony Gillette cannot hold on to it.
There's a flag on the field.
And Tolbert's able to draw the defense off sides. That's Josh Woods on the penalty. And now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to hand to Dowdell out of the shotgun, and initially it looked like he had a crease, but he does not make it. 4th and 2, and once again, Eastern Michigan will go for it on 4th down. Tolbert tosses to Gillette, and Gillette will not get there. Matt Wilson on the stop. Matt Wilson of clubbing Jonathan Slater to the turf fame and jawing about it afterwards. Alvarez runs, and Blake Clark slips. So David Alvarez has a first down scramble. 1st and 10. Here's a screen to Andrew Mitchell, but he's tackled by David Griffith. 2nd and 9. Another screen pass. This one is broken up by Bernard Washington. Alvarez, with lots of time, still looking, throws it up, and David Griffith bats it down, could not hold on to the interception. But that'll bring up 4th and 9, and unlike Eastern Michigan, Buffalo will elect to punt. That one is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Eastern Michigan is going to start their next drive with a handoff to Dowdell. Slips a couple of tackles, goes up the middle for about 6. Nice play for Adam Dowdell. Tolbert with another handoff. Dowdell does not have much room. Picks up 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 2. Play fake to Dowdell. Tolbert passes. He's got Guidry. And they're going to say he's out of bounds. Keron Day throws the challenge flag on that one. Remember, in college, it's just 1 foot in bounds. It looks like that left foot does not go out.
After review, the call is overturned.
And that play is overturned. A great challenge by Keron Day, and that'll bring up 1st down. Dowdell goes up the middle on the fake end around, but only picks up 1. Here he is again, and once again, not much room. 3rd and 8. Here's Jonathan McConnell, and he almost makes it to the marker. It's 4th and 1. Let's see what they do. And they're going to go for it. Very aggressive on 4th down today. Tolbert tries to draw him off sides. Does not work. He's going to scramble for it, and he's just going to get it. 1st and 10. Tolbert under pressure, and he's hit on the release. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. About 48 seconds left. Dowdell gets the handoff, tries to cut it back inside, only picks up 1, and they'll call timeout. 3rd and 9. Tolbert finds Jonathan Slater for the first down, and they're going to hurry back up to the line. Tolbert over the middle to Blair Guidry, and now they'll call timeout. First and goal with 31 seconds left. Handoff goes to Dowdell. He bounces through, weaves through traffic, and he's got a touchdown. Adam Dowdell with a touchdown to put Eastern Michigan up 10-0 pending the extra point. Here's the drone view, and you see him bouncing off a couple guys who can't make the tackle. Kyle Allen puts it through for the extra point. We got a 10-0 ball game just as the half is about to expire. 11 plays, 62 yards, another time-consuming drive for Eastern Michigan. And Kyle Allen is going to kick it to the Bulls. This is Kerry Nelson on the return this time. Finds some room before he's tackled by Kyle Rogers and David Griffith. So first and 10, 24 seconds left. Eastern Michigan's had their troubles stopping the big plays before half this year. Last couple games, they've given up touchdowns with very little time left. 19 seconds left, 2nd and 5. Passes out to the boundary, and there's going to be a booth review. Looks like they're going to say that stands preemptively. Here's Andrew Mitchell, and yes, obviously, he's got both feet way in bounds, so no need for a booth review there.
After review, you call on the field.
So now there's 15 seconds left. Buffalo's got a 1st and 10 shy of midfield, and Alvarez back to pass. All sorts of time, and he heaves it up in the direction of Holly and Griffith, and they lose. That is Andrew Mitchell goes up for the jump ball. And once again, Eastern Michigan fails to stop them with less than a minute left before the half. This time there was 24 seconds or so left before the half. And Andrew Mitchell benefits from having 0 pass rush. Extra point is up and through, and what was a one-sided affair has suddenly become a very close ball game. And don't forget that Buffalo will get the ball to start the second half. With 7 seconds and about 90 yards to go, Tolbert's going to throw it up for Guidry, and Guidry catches it. That takes 6 of the 7 seconds. They call timeout. And now they're on the 33 with 1 play to heave it up and see what happens. Tolbert rolling to the right, tosses it up for Gillette, who goes up for it, and he's hit. Lands out of bounds, so no catch as he's shoved out before he can come down with it. And that's going to take us to the end of the first half with Eastern Michigan up 10-7. And now they're kicking off to start the second half. Buffalo looking to tie the game or even take the lead. Here's Kerry Nelson on the return. That was Jason Williams on the tackle that time. Alvarez, with a little pressure, goes long. McIntosh is there, but it looks like Alvarez overthrew both of them. Well, as a tight end going deep. 2nd and 10. Alvarez is flushed out and into a sack. That was Blake Clark with his first career sack. Playing middle linebacker. Didn't play at all last year. That's going to make it 3rd and 11. Alvarez with so much time. He's going long, and he hucks it up out of bounds. These receivers are definitely beating the secondary deep. But nevertheless, they have to punt. Brian Carter, no fair catch this time, and he muffs it. So he ought to maybe fair catch going forward. So Tolbert going to hand off to Dowdell. He's got a little bit of room on the stretch play to the right. Picks up about 5 on the play. Tolbert with a fake. He's got time. And he finds Blair Guidry, who's wide open on the sideline. That's a first down. And Tolbert's already got 171 yards passing. Dowdell finding some room behind the Jonathan Browning pancake block, which he surely won't get any credit for. Dowdell is halfway to the century mark. 2nd and 1. There's a running play up the middle. Ryan Davis is there, but he spins him into the first down. So 1st and 10. Dowdell's going to get it again, and that hole closes pretty quickly. Now it'll be 2nd and 7. Tolbert to pass. He's got Guidry on the crosser, and Guidry makes a nice move upfield to get the first down. He's got 7 catches for 136. Another big game for the big tight end, Blair Guidry. 1st and 10 from about the 10, and Guidry in the flat. He's going to take it inside the 5, and it looks like he's hurt on the play. That's not someone that they can afford to lose, ladies and gentlemen. So 2nd and 3, Anthony Crum in the game, and he gets the ball, and he just stretches it through that lane. Touchdown, Anthony Crum. He plays sparingly, but that's his 3rd touchdown on the year. And Buffalo is going to go up 17-7, pending the extra point from Kyle Allen. Looks like Blair Guidry just had the wind knocked out of him, so he'll be back. That's a relief. And Eastern Michigan manages to hold Buffalo on their possession and then score themselves. So they put themselves back up 10 and have a comfortable 17-7 lead with 1:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Andrew Mitchell is going to return this one, and he is tackled by Brian Witherspoon. 1st and 10. A rare handoff to Brandon Washington, and he's tackled by Jeremy Heath for a loss on the play. So 2nd and 11. Alvarez hucks it deep again. This one's overthrown and out of bounds, making it 3rd and 11. Alvarez having plenty of time in the pocket. He's got the tight end. That's Rima Wright, who is held up by McIntosh and Blake Clark. So a nice play on the slant. He beats Jason Williams there, and then McIntosh holds him up, and Blake Clark finishes him off, and it looks like he's hurt on the play. And Rima Wright is just writhing on the ground. No one seems to care in this cruel, heartless world. 1st and 10, and Reed is in there for the sack on Alvarez, who was moved off of his spot. That gives Russ Reed 3.5 sacks on the season, and he overtakes Grant Lumpkin, who has 3, for the team lead. So 2nd and 11. David Alvarez with time. He's got a wide open Pat Smith, and David Griffith tackles him, but not before the first down. Here's a quick pass on the screen to Kerry Nelson. Blake Clark gets the tackle there. 2nd and 6. Another bomb. This one is going to be overthrown just by a step. Misses Andrew Mitchell. So 3rd and 6. Alvarez to throw, and he throws it right into the arms of Jason Williams. Jason Williams is like a 58 overall corner, and Alvarez is able to track him down inside the 5, and actually Jason Williams is hurt on the play. But Alvarez saves the touchdown, at least for now. Could have been a pick 6. But that pass was thrown right to the defender. An interesting bad call. Somehow he didn't see him. And that's a huge play because now they're up 10 with the opportunity to increase that from inside the 5-yard line. So Eastern Michigan gets it 1st and goal from the 4. Dowdell gets it. He's up the middle. Touchdown, Eagles. And that's Adam Dowdell. So big turnover leads to points right away. And they're going to go up 24-7. A 17-point lead as this third quarter is coming to a close. Kerry Nelson set to receive. And he's got a little bit of running room, and then he's finally tackled by Matt Cox. And it'll be 1st and 10 with 10 seconds left in the quarter. David Alvarez on the move. He scrambles. He's hit by Blake Clark. He fumbles the ball, but Buffalo falls on it. That's number 60, Mac Lewis. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter, where Buffalo almost turned it over a second time in a row. 24-7 as we start the last frame. And here's another running play. That goes nowhere. And that'll be 3rd and 4. Alvarez with time. Loses time. He throws it away. And that's going to make it 4th and 4. And they're going to stay on the field. Alvarez, no pass rush to speak of. He's got a wide open Pat Smith, and Calvin McIntosh can't make the tackle on 4th and 4. They go over 60 yards, it looks like, and that's a touchdown. Huge play to keep Buffalo in this game. Calvin McIntosh can't bring him down, and he will cross the goal line. That's Pat Smith, and his teammates love him for that. 65-yard reception, and extra point is good, and Buffalo pulls to within 10. So they'll kick it away with 4:35 left. Carter fields it, brings it out past the 20 and not quite to the 30. So 1st and 10. Let's see if they work the clock a little bit. Dowdell finds some room following his blockers up the middle for a 1st down. 1st and 10 again, Dowdell again, and this time he's kind of stuck behind his blockers, can't get around, but still picks up 4. Here's the end around to Gillette, and he should have cut it outside. I think he thought that Slater was a blue shirt. But nevertheless, he gets the 1st down, and Eastern Michigan's on the move. Tolbert is going to challenge the safety, and he loses that challenge. Throws up the interception on the slant and go to Slater. That was the safety, Heath Hall, who kind of baited him into that. Just waited and high points it. Jonathan Slater was not ready for it. So Jared Tolbert throws an interception. He hasn't done that too often since the beginning of the season. And now Buffalo is going to try to pull it to within 3 with a touchdown. Long pass to Kerry Nelson, who beats the coverage again. David Alvarez isn't afraid to throw it long. Alvarez escaping the pocket. He fumbles again. That's Dominique Huffman on the tackle and forced fumble, but once again, Buffalo recovers, and it's 3rd and 8. Alvarez is scrambling out again, and he's going to have a 1st down. This time he slides to protect the ball. That one is batted down by Roger Dennis. He's going to run again, and he's going to slide in front of Bernard Washington this time. So 3rd and 5, Eastern Michigan looking for a stop. That one goes to Pat Smith, who's tackled shy of the sticks by Brian Carter and Jason Williams. Once again, they'll go for it, and they're going to hand it to the running back. He's been stuffed all day, but Brandon Washington gets 5 and the 1st down. Calvin McIntosh finally gets him. Ball's up and wide open Andrew Mitchell. Kyle Holly bounces off of him, and that's a touchdown, and they're within 3. So Kyle Holly is a 55 overall free safety. He's undersized, he's undersped, and he just cannot handle the deep pass here. So he's a liability in run support because of his size. He's a liability in the secondary because of his lack of speed and seems like overall situational awareness. So with 2:12 left in the game, Buffalo pulls to within 3, and the Eastern Michigan fans are getting restless. 8-play, 69-yard drive, and they're going to kick it away. Thought they might go for the onside kick there. They think their defense can hold. Brian Carter returns, does a spin move for some reason, and Jared Tolbert will try to protect the ball this time. He's got Jonathan Slater across the middle for a first down. Buffalo uses their first timeout. Handoff goes to Dowdell, and he's clocked after 4, but Buffalo's forced to use their second timeout. Dowdell gets the handoff. He's got a block and a first down, and Buffalo stops the clock. They are out of timeouts with 1:54 left in the game. Here's another running play to Dowdell. He gets nothing there, but the clock will run. So 2nd and 10, fake to Dowdell, and Tolbert's going to go to Slater on the short 4-yard crossing pass, and that'll make it 3rd and 6 with just about a minute left. Tolbert passing here, and he's got someone deep, but he's hit on the release, and that brings up 4th and 6, and Keron Day says, get out there. He's making Tolbert earn everything, and he's got Slater wide open. So Jared Tolbert rises to the challenge of his coach yet again, and he gets it to Jonathan Slater. He's having a nice game today. And that's going to make it 1st down and 10. Tolbert back to pass, and that's Matt Wilson, who's just a maniac on the defense today. Matt Wilson gets the sack, comes off the edge untouched, and Tolbert is just a sitting duck there. So 2nd and 18. Man in motion. Tolbert with the fake. And he's going to throw across the middle, and that is Matt Wilson who knocks it down. Almost intercepted that. 3rd and 18, 12 seconds left. Tolbert's got a man wide open. It's Jonathan McConnell. Touchdown up the seam. No one covered the 3rd wide receiver, Jonathan McConnell. And with 8 seconds left, Eastern Michigan is going to go up by 10 points. And the band has an awful lot of tubas in it. Big pass by Jared Tolbert. He's going to make up for that interception with his only passing touchdown of the game. All the others were on the ground. And kick is up and through. So with 8 seconds left in the game, this is all but over. And Jonathan McConnell, that's his first career touchdown and his longest play. Kyle Allen will kick it off. And Kerry Wilson, we'll see what he can do with it. He's going to use up a lot of that time, and he doesn't return it for a touchdown. So 4 seconds left. Time for one play for David Alvarez. He's got plenty of time, but here comes Roger Dennis, and that's the first career sack for Roger Dennis. Roger Dennis and Jared Tolbert were our 3-star recruits. We only had 2 of them last year. Both of them find themselves starting for this team. And that is the first sack of his career. And that'll do it, folks. Eastern Michigan holds on in a nail-biter. Buffalo almost came all the way back. But that's 2 consecutive home wins, 2 consecutive wins in the conference. So Eastern Michigan finds himself at 2-0 in MAC play. And your play of the game is that interception that was almost a pick 6 by the 4th corner. And Adam Dowdell is your player of the game. 90 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. And Eastern Michigan escapes with the win. And that was a little bit of a subdued game for Tolbert, but Dowdell came through. Blair Guidry did Blair Guidry things. Jonathan Slater had a nice game. We saw some pancakes, but we don't see him on the stat sheet. Roger Dennis had 2 tackles for loss, a sack along with Russ Reed and Blake Clark. And Jason Williams gets that interception. He's a 58 overall, and he brought it back 54 yards. So a nice play by him. Also added a deflection, and so did David Griffith and Roger Dennis. Huffman and Clark both forced the fumbles, but no one could recover. David Alvarez put it on the turf twice. And the punter never came out, although he could have had some opportunities. Stephen Higgins stayed on the sideline. So if you liked that, please click like and subscribe. Check out the Eastern Michigan Eagles as we try to run through the MAC. Can we do it? We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.